This is the Vevor dual action polisher. Normally retails for about 80 bucks, but right now on Amazon, you can pick this thing up for $45. So we're gonna talk about this thing, see if it's, I mean, at 45 bucks, it's worth it, right? It's a machine that actually does work. So it's definitely worth it. But we're gonna kind of go over the specs, what to expect out of it, and then my use case. There's a couple of things that build quality is not what I would hope, but again, at $45, I mean, who cares? And again, it's not anything to do with internals necessarily, but just, guys, things like this. Also, guys, really quickly, we're going to be announcing the winners of the pressure washer hoses here shortly, but I also want to let you know, I don't need this thing. I will be giving this away. I used it once today just to kind of get a feel for it. All right, so when unboxing this thing, it comes actually in a nice little bag here, and the bag is nice for a free bag. It's nothing crazy, but the zipper doesn't feel too cheap. Sometimes you get these things and the zipper is just like, yeah, no way. So not bad. It's nice that they include something. So of course you get the polisher itself, you get the bag, and then you get a number of different pads. So you get a little wool pad that's just on a flimsy backing plate. For me, these are just, that's absolutely throwaway. I would never use that personally. Then you do have just a really soft kind of a finishing pad. That's probably not the best quality pad. I didn't even use it, but definitely will get the job done. So that's nice that they include that. Then they also have sort of a waffle cone kind of application here on a white one, as well as a black one, as well as an orange one. The orange one feels the stiffest, so that's probably your cutting. And then these are pretty similar. I don't know, but the pads are not what we're reviewing here. The machine is what we're reviewing. I'm just trying to kind of highlight exactly what this comes with. So it also comes with a couple microfiber towels and then a handle. If you want, you can actually install that right here on the side if you want that kind of control. For me personally, I just hold it at the head and then back at the handle here. Really cool little unit. It's nice ergonomically, right? Fits in the hand nicely. Now, when you do use it, there is some vibration. We'll get into that in a second, the actual usable details. But just to go over the specs, 6-inch backing plate. Now, when I inspected this, the backing plate's not bad. It feels like it's decent construction, tons of ventilation through it. So I'll kind of highlight that, and then obviously you have the ventilation on the sides as well, so air can actually escape when the pad's on there. Another thing to know is when you get this, it does come with an additional set of brushes right here. I did find them, so they're right here. And then it looks like you're able to replace them pretty easily. Just on the side here, nice little textured piece. You can just get a screwdriver or a coin in, back that out, and the brushes should be right there. I didn't go into it too deep, but that's where they normally are. Again, you have a nice large trigger here, but it is not a progressive trigger, so keep that in mind. It does have a slow start, and I will show you that here shortly. You also have a locking mechanism for the trigger right there. So that's nice. Again, 6-inch backing plate, 720 watt motor. That's pretty low. Most of the machines in this kind of category are at least around that 1,000 mark. So 720 is low, but I didn't really notice it. I didn't have any issue with it not being powerful enough, really. So it's definitely something that you can get a lot of work done at a crazy price, right? 45 bucks. Now the cord on it is approximately 6 feet. Let's go ahead and plug it in really quickly, and I'll go over some of the specs with you. So again, 720 watts, and online it showed 1900 to 4600 RPMs. On the side of the machine here, it actually says 2100 to 5000 per minute. So I don't know, somewhere right around there. It does. So it gets up to speed. Again, it has that nice slow start to it, which is, I definitely like that. 6-inch pad's not my favorite. I typically use a 5-inch backing plate, 5-inch pad, but whatever. It's not a big deal. You can replace the pad or the backing plate if you need to. Now you do have your power selector here, so it goes from minimum up to 6. There is no tactile feel or audible noise to this. It just slides. So that, personally, I like when you can actually feel it. But again, nitpicking, 45 bucks is not a lot you can really say negatively about it at that price, right? But we're gonna go ahead and start off on minimum. I'm gonna pull the trigger. I'll increase the speed so you can hear the change, and we'll go from there. And then I'll back it down as well. We're gonna lock it in, so that's minimum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I accidentally hit the trigger. Let me start up at 6 again. All right, and we'll start walking it back now. I mean, you can hear it's pretty precise. Like it actually does have a significant change at each number. Sometimes you have a polisher where it's like from like 3 to 5, you're like, I don't really feel anything different. This you definitely do. Now you do get a little Allen key here. You can store it there. Don't do that while you're working. If it ever backs out and then falls on the car, you definitely don't want that. But I'm gonna go ahead and quickly pop off the backing plate for you guys. They don't state what size offset this is. You know, you typically, a 15 millimeter throw or whatever else, 15 millimeter, 20 millimeter, or 21. From what I can see on the internals, it looks to be a 15 to me, but I don't know that for sure. I have my trusty old MaxShine right here. This is the M15 Pro. Fantastic, fantastic machine. Here, guys, if you have for a corded option, I absolutely love this thing. And I know confidently, I can tell you this one, like if you're getting into the business and you want something that's gonna last you, this MaxShine is incredible because I mean, I put these things to the paces and it holds up very, very well. Now, if you look at the internals, they look very, very similar in dimension, at least. The MaxShine definitely looks a whole lot better. It looks like a nice polished, finished piece, whereas this one just kind of leaves some things to be desired for sure. But again, they do look to be the similar offset. So the MaxShine is a 15 millimeter, so I'm assuming that this is, even though they do not list it, or at least I couldn't find it. Another thing to note with the Vevor is there's a couple of screws in certain spots that aren't, I haven't seen them here before, and one is kind of raised up. I tried to tighten it down, wouldn't go down. It is behind the backing plate, not a huge deal, but just something to note. Again, build quality is not 100% perfect for sure, but I'm gonna say it again, 45 bucks, or even at 100 bucks, it's sort of like, yeah, I mean, I get it, the value is still there. So again, when I review these things and when I talk about this, please take note, I'm not talking about longevity. I haven't had it to test the longevity. I'm just testing it for initial experience and use case and all that kind of stuff. One thing to note is on the Amazon listing, I did notice that one person noted after about 30 minutes of runtime, their backing plate came apart here, and then they hit the machine into their car. That was the only negative review I saw, and for me, that's probably user error. I don't want to say that for sure, because this backing plate feels fine to me. They may have just ran it too hard, too hot, and eventually this kind of, you can get these to kind of soften up and melt over time if there's too much heat introduced. That's probably what happened. All right, guys, now just to compare, we're gonna weigh these things just to see, I mean, really not, they're both not excessively heavy at all, but I'm just gonna lay this on here. So the Vevor comes in at 5 pounds, 4.6 ounces, and the MaxShine comes in at 5 pounds, 8.4 ounces. So what, 2 ounces or so difference. Yeah, they're both, I have no issue with the weight of either of them at all. Now, when I was using this machine, I didn't have any issue, even though with a 720 watt motor, I didn't have any issue with it bogging down, especially on the curves or anything. You probably could. I'm assuming, with those numbers, I would think that that could be an issue. I didn't have any issue. There was plenty of torque there. I was able to get the job done, no problem. And it did a fantastic job. The car came out looking fantastic. You don't have to spend an excessive amount of money on a polisher to get good results. Now, with that said, when you spend more money on a polisher, yeah, you're gonna get a whole lot different user experience, especially if you're polishing a lot. This thing has a fair amount of vibration to it. Not crazy, but it's something you definitely feel. Also, like I talked about in the beginning of the video, build quality is just, it's just a little bit sloppy. This started peeling up on me and I was like, what the heck? This was like in the first minute of using it, and I was like, what's going on here? They have this little tab that looks like it could pop down into that piece, but it doesn't hold down. So, and then on this side, it's not popping up completely yet, but you can see there's some separation. Hopefully you can see that. I'm not sure if you can or not. So just little things like that. The handle's nice though. There's nice grip to it. There's nothing here, and typically when I'm working, I'll lay it down here. So that's gonna get pretty beat up over time, but again, not the end of the world at all. The MaxShine does kind of have that nice little buffer there so that when you're putting it down, it's not beating up the machine itself. But overall, guys, I have to say, at 100 bucks, it's a decent starter. At $45, it's an amazing deal. for people that want to get into polishing, or if you're a professional and you need a backup just in case. You've got your expensive Rupes machine, your Flex, and you want something just as a backup, but you don't want to buy another Rupes machine. The MaxShine is a great alternative because that's way less than those machines, but you're gonna get the longevity of it because I have plenty of years of experience with these things. They work great. This one, I don't know, but again, if it's just a backup, like in a pinch, for 45 bucks, you can't go wrong. Now, as I said, guys, I'll have both everything that I'm talking about here linked down in the description for you today. So direct link to this one at 45 bucks, so you can go pick one of these up. Again, $45 is crazy. On their website, I think they're 80 bucks on the Vevor website, but on Amazon, 45 bucks. Now, with that said, guys, let's go ahead and give away the hoses from the other video before we announce the giveaway for this on how to enter. So the first winner was an Instagram comment, and they did share with 3 other people, which increased increased their chances of winning. And it was from Josiah Sir B, JOSIAHSIRB, said, got an Uberflex because of your review, and I love it. Would be great to have more around the house pressure washing. So congratulations, Josiah. This unit here is yours. I'm gonna leave the quick connects on it for you as well, so they'll be there. So you win the Uberflex. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Interesting, similar name. This one was another Instagram comment. The third one was a YouTube comment, but this one was Isaiah Moreno. Says, hi Josh, love your videos and also entered to win the Adams pressure washer. I would love a new hose as mine is bubbling. Keep making these videos, very helpful, thank you. So congratulations to you, sir. You get the Adams, not the pressure washer, I apologize, you didn't win that, but you do win the Adams 40-foot pressure washer hose with the stainless steel quick connects. So you're good to go there. And then guys, I'll go ahead and write you on Instagram and on YouTube. But if you see this, you can also just write me at joshv@dtlrsupply.com. That's DTLRsupply.com. And then last but not least is this one was from YouTube. Simpson Huang said, hi Josh, newly married, congratulations, and looking to set up the garage and start detailing cars and friends, families, cars as a blessing to others. That's awesome, man. Says a new hose would be a great start, so congratulations. You get the Cobra Jet. So this doesn't have the quick connects on it, so you'll have to pick that up, but just again, write me and I'll write you on here as well, and we'll get these guys out to you. Now for the Vevor giveaway, it's this unit exactly, so you may want to glue down this little backing piece here, but this is going out to one of you. But all you have to do to win is comment on this video. Make sure to go follow me on Instagram and comment there as well as an additional chance to win. So you'll get 1 entry for commenting on the YouTube video, 1 entry for commenting on the Instagram video, and then again, share that post with 3 of your friends for a 3rd chance. So that'll increase your chances, your entries into the giveaway. So good luck to all of you. That is it for today's video. The Vevor dual action polisher at $45, guys. I mean, go buy one. It's 45 bucks, and then you'll have a backup. Or like I said, if you're looking to get into polishing, this is a great way to start. Yeah, $45. So that's it for today's video, guys. Please make sure to like the video. Make sure you subscribe, turn on that notification bell. We will see you on